Thank you for joining us on another episode of comSpark TV. Today we have Jeff Schmidt, Vice President, Chief Cybersecurity Innovator at Columbus Collaboratory. Thank you for joining us today. Good morning. Why is collaboration in cybersecurity an imperative in today's world?
Sure. So the bad guys are really good at working together. There's actually an entire ecosystem that bad guys use during the attack sequence, the compromise sequence, extracting value out of people that they attack and systems that they attack. And it's important that the good guys work together as well. By working together, defenders can gain durable advantages against the bad guys by sharing information about what sorts of tactics the bad guys use, what sorts of attacks they're seeing, what sorts of tools they're seeing, what sorts of defense are working and not working. And the good guys can really gain advantages if they're able to communicate as effectively as the bad guys do.
In what areas is collaboration happening and what is the value?
Sure. So information sharing is one of those motherhood and apple pie things that people have been talking about since before I've been doing this, which is the mid-90s. Effective information sharing was, or lack thereof, was one of the major findings following 9/11. And so since 9/11, a lot of focus has been on all sorts of information sharing for the benefit of security in the cyberspace, but also in the non-cyberspaces as well. Since then, a lot of emphasis has been put on improving the effectiveness of information sharing. The ISACs, the Information Security Analysis Centers, and the ISAOs, the Information Security Sharing Organizations, were formed by DHS to help facilitate information sharing around cyber and non-cyber issues. Many of the regulatory frameworks, including those used by FFIEC, encourage information sharing in regulated industries such as banking and finance, all recognizing that you gain advantages by sharing information with your peers and that information sharing helps defenders.
You talk about offense-informed defense. What does that mean and why is it important?
Sure. So, in the security space, we always seem like we're defending in a vacuum. We're kind of defending against attacks and attackers that appear to be happening to us at random. And that's really not a good way to defend. The attackers have techniques. There is a field of play, and defenders need to be informed by the tactics and the tools and the techniques that attackers use and defend against those and understand how our systems react when faced with common attacks, when faced by a common attacker technologies and techniques, and really calibrate our defenses around those being used by attackers as opposed to defending in a vacuum.